Welcome back, AfterBuzzers. Thank you for joining us. We have a very special show in store for you today. We are breaking down episode 9, Safe Space, with the girl of the night, Shorty herself, Miss Carolyn Dodd. Stay with us.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, hey. Sure she moves.
Oh, I got you. I
We
got
know
you.
we know you have the moves. I've seen videos of you dancing. Like,
Oh no! We can do the way.
Yes,
Yeah, right.
yes.
You gotta
Go. You're gonna start.
Okay, I start. You okay?
Yes. Welcome back. Thank you guys for joining us. You know, I'm Thelma Mbaezue-Daniel, and I'm always happy to be here with you at the Get Shorty After Show. And we have Shorty herself. Let's let her introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Carolyne Dodd. I play Shorty on Get Shorty.
Carolyn, I am honestly taken aback by this episode. It was honestly a lot. It
It's
was
so emotional.
It really
So
was.
emotional.
So just take me back to that scene in the prison where you were sitting across from Chris O'Dowd, who plays Miles. Was it as emotional for you playing it and acting it as it was for us watching it?
Yes, because Chris and I are very connected when we do our scenes. So when I'm with Chris in a scene, like we're instantly just like Miles and Emma, like it just happens. So we were very in tune and very present, and we were just living it, and it was extremely emotional. Like we were both holding back tears. So it's such a complex scene too, because if you think about it, because Emma's seeing her dad in prison for the first time, and it's just it's crazy.
It's crazy because the FBI raid was bad enough. So you see that break-in going on. And then I think for me, the wonderful thing about Emma is that she's grown up so much in front of our eyes, and she's had to mature really, really fast, right? Just kind of dealing with the realities of who her father is.
Yes. Well, yes, I feel like she's more of a parent than Katie and Miles are at times because she's had to grow up so quickly, and she has all these things jumping on top of her with her school and being a teenager, because being that age is so hard. I know from experience right now.
Absolutely. Real life experience, yes.
Oh, yeah. So it's just she's handling all these things, and she just wants her family to be happy and for her parents to love each other, but she also wants them to be happy if they don't want to be together. And so it's a whole thing, and she's trying to be strong for her dad because he's going through all this stuff, and she knows how hard that is for him, and she's never seen this side of him that's so vulnerable.
Yeah, that was the very first time. Like Miles is always, even from prison when she's trying to suggest ideas for for Wilderness, talk to April, he even does not want her to get involved.
He's so
closed off about that. He wants her to still mature, but not too fast. Like try to play the child role as much as you can.
He wants me to still be a kid and be in that world instead of getting involved in the mob and the feds. And Emma's kind of leaning towards that direction as the episodes go on. So and he's probably scared about that, where it's
because she knows a little too much.
She does.
So I feel like we've seen little things with Emma. Like you said, she's very busy. She's doing lacrosse. She has friends. She has extracurricular activities, and she also did therapy. You guys mentioned that this season. So it's like, do you feel like that's really what's keeping her grounded in terms of not losing her mind? Because I was very impressed when she said to Miles, everything is crazy right now, but it's not going to remain that way, or something along those lines. That's really mature.
Everything sucks right now, but it's not going to suck forever.
It's not going to suck forever.
Line.
Such a great line. Yes.
It is, because it's also in kid terms when it's everything sucks, but it also has such a mature meaning behind it, where it's like, everything's not going to be like this. And
it's a tweetable moment for sure.
Oh, yes. Let's tweet it. Let's get it going.
So another thing was just the juxtaposition between the prisons that you see Rick in versus the prisons that you see Miles and Yago in. That was comedic, but it was really chilling, don't you think?
It was really deep and meaningful, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because they're in such a tough situation in this hardcore prison, and Miles went to this prison to be closer to me in a closer location, and Rick is just kind of trying to save himself, I guess, from Amara, so she doesn't know that he's he kind of told the feds. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think it's really funny because when that option was first presented, the option C, it was like, what's behind the third door? I was like, he's not going to jail, and boom, he ended up
goes to
in
jail.
prison. So I think that's the thing with the show. You know, it's so unpredictable.
You never know what's gonna happen.
You never know what's gonna happen. And we talked about this a little bit because I feel like for you actors, it's a comedy, but it's so rooted in a lot of emotional drama and it's so heavy.
It is.
What do you feel like has been the most challenging scene for you and so far?
Wow. That's a really good question. All of the scenes that Emma and Miles do are so raw and so just vulnerable because they're so close and they share so much with each other. I think that the hardest scene personally for me was the scene when my dad breaks down and cries, because I never want to see Chris cry or Miles cry, and it was just kind of a challenging scene of Emma trying to be there for him and be the kind of parental figure in the situation, but she's also trying to keep this guard from crying and breaking down too, because she's scared because her dad's leaving, and it's a whole thing. So she's kind of balancing the two of trying to help him and then trying to kind of conceal herself.
Do you think, and I wonder about that because she has a lot of strength. Of course, she's always been a wise young lady, but do you think she also has learned how to appear strong because of her parents? Because I feel like even at the dinner table, she tries to downplay the fact that, prison food is not going to be this good. It's like, wow, for you to have that's a lot of growing. Like that, you just found out.
I know, when I watched that, I was like,
girl,
dang.
you are more mature than me. Like, let me take some lessons from Emma.
Yeah.
So, do you think this, to some extent, it's a facade?
I feel like, yes. I feel like to some extent, it definitely is, because she's trying to keep herself together. And I feel like she's grown so much through the 2 seasons. Season 1, she was still a kid and she was still living in that world. But since the seasons have gone on, or season 2, yes, since they've gone on and since she's realized all this happening, season 1 at the end was kind of a turning point for her. And then she's always been different in season 2, where it's like, this is the face I have to put on for my family. This is how I'm gonna be. And she grew up very fast.
She did. She had to. And being that, first of all, what was the turning point for you? Because you mentioned the turning point for her, and I kind of want to know what the turning point for you was in terms of what. Can you kind of remember the time? Can it take me back to the time where you found out I booked Get Shorty? What was that feeling like for you? What was that experience?
Gosh. Okay, so this is a funny story.
Yay!
So my whole life, since I've been like 4 all the way up to, I guess now, I've always imagined my life as being like a TV show, and I'm living in a TV show right now. Like this, I'm gonna have a dramatic car scene right now. Like, little Carolyne was a diva, man. And so I know it was crazy. But when I got this audition, it was kind of like a turning point for me, where I was like, this is the one that I'm gonna get, because I had been going on so many auditions, and I had been in LA for a year and a half. I think, yes. And I've gone on so many auditions. That one, I got the call and I was like, I'm going to get this one. This is what I'm going to get. So I went into the audition, and it was really funny because my first play that I ever did when I was 7 was Annie, and there was an Annie poster in the casting room.
That was an omen. It was fine.
It was. I manifested it.
Girl,
it happened.
You did it.
Very proud, yes.
Very proud of you.
And then I went into the callback, and Davey wasn't in there. Davey was in there, yes. And then it was Adam, and then the director, Alan.
Yes.
And I went into the room, and I read with Adam, and I didn't know he was this crazy, prestigious actor that's so well established. So I read with him, and I came out of the room, and I was like, Mom, that was the best reader I've ever had in my life. So then after I booked it, we went to the table read, and she was like, is that the person you read with? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, that's Adam Arkin. He's very, yes.
I would imagine
it was a moment.
But the thing is, you had a few good moments at the table read. I realized that you didn't know you were Shorty till.
Oh, look. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. I love him.
Yeah, you didn't know you were Shorty till the table read.
I didn't. I thought it was Lydia, who plays Amara on the show.
Lydia Porto.
I thought it was, she's lovely. Oh,
she's amazing, yes.
Have you had her on the show yet?
We hope to have her soon. She is working on another project right now, and her story is amazing in terms of just like walking down Nevada and boom, she's here and she's playing Amara.
Yeah,
wonderfully.
She's brilliant. She's a brilliant actress, and she has so much depth. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. So the table read, yes.
Yes.
I thought it was Lydia. The director, I asked, I was like, oh, is it me? Or I didn't say it was me, just kidding. I was like, oh, who's Shorty? Because it said goodnight Shorty. So I was very conflicted. And he was like, oh, it's you. And I was like, no, it's not. No. And he was like, yeah, it's you. And that's
Fair enough.
had a little breakdown. I was like,
Fair enough. Because I know that there've been a lot of different versions of this particular project. But we talk about Carolyn, and you've kind of been in the entertainment industry, which is a fast-paced industry in itself.
Oh, yeah.
And then you see your character Emma,
whole different
who
world.
is in a whole different world. Hopefully not as fast-paced as what real life would be, but she has also had to grow up very, very quickly. Is that something you can somewhat relate to?
I relate to that 1000%. Yes, because you're kind of living in an adult world as a kid. And I came out here when I was 10, and I had to grow up very quickly because you have the auditions, then you go on set, and you're there for long hours, and you have to know your stuff, and you have to be prepared. And it's just kind of living in this adult world that's so exotic and different. And
Absolutely.
it was a great way to grow up. but-
Absolutely. And you are known for knowing your stuff, because that same table read, you came in, everybody else was like reading off the script. Caroline she knew everything. She knew all the lines, and that's so wonderful. So what does work ethic mean to you?
Work ethic, I take my work very, very, very seriously. It's a job, and I take it as if I work hard, it's showing that I respect everyone who's doing everything, because the crew, the catering, everyone, they're there for a job, and if I'm not prepared, then everything else is gonna kind of
Crumble.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
a ripple effect, snowball.
So yes, and I absolutely adore what I do. So that just makes the working part fun for me, because I never feel like I'm working.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's and the wonderful thing about you is you are multifaceted. You sing as well, and we have a little clip of that, and we're definitely going to.
Oh my gosh!
What? But the beautiful thing, because the wonderful thing about you and the other cast members that you have Sarah Styles. I would love to see a little collabo, and I
we
love
should do a collab.
a little
Sarah,
collab, a little
yes.
something. Because I also loved how we debuted her talent on this episode,
She
where
is-
Lewis was like, oh, I showed up. I have a little gig for you. And then the manager is introducing her with bruises all over his face, and it was hilarious. Again, those moments
broken
of
nose
Yeah.
and the-
With such a serious episode, it was great to have light moments like that to just kind of
Exactly.
chuckle, because it was a very heavy episode.
That's
I don't
what's
even know
great
what
about
to
the
expect.
show. Yeah, because you have all these dark moments, and I love to explain it like they kill someone and then they say a joke. Like that's just like what the show is based off of. You have a really dark, intense moment, and then something really funny happens.
Yeah,
So-
and it's always done in amazing ways. Davey and his team, I'm so thankful for them. But I think we have a clip. We're gonna play a little clip of you,
Oh
you showing us how talented you are.
But I always thought you'd come back. Tell me all you found was heartbreak and misery. It's hard for me to say I'm jealous of
Wow,
the way
that's beautiful.
you're
It's like-
happy with
Can we expect more in
Yes.
terms of this? And we see that your character wants to dabble into the movie business, but do you think we're gonna find a way for the writers to incorporate all your talent
I've been trying
into the show? Because I would love
Yes!
this.
I was like, hey, Davey, Caroline, or Emma should have a band on the show. That could be a thing.
I mean, we saw Yago rapping and utilizing, Guy Rebels.
exactly.
He's-
Isaac with his pecs showing off the.
everybody's bringing in their talent, so
Yeah.
I would love to see you singing on the show. I just wanted to just kind of highlight that, because in addition to talking about Get Shorty, we definitely have a lot of your fans watching, and they want to know more about you. So it's really exciting to know that you do that as well. But something that we're all about collabs here, AfterBuzzers, we would love for you. You know that our network produces as many after shows as you want for all of your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There's no network that works harder for television fans like you. But we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our YouTube channel, YouTube will suggest tailor-made content just for you, and you will help AfterBuzz grow. If you're worried about pesky notifications, please don't worry about them, because they are optional. So hit that subscribe button right now. Thank you. And check out our AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know that you did in the comments, and we'll thank you on air. For now, thanks for being the best fans ever and helping us be the ESPN of TV talk. All right.
Yes.
You got to.
That was yes.
Thank you. So, you know, we talk about work ethic. I want you to complete the sentence for me because you've been doing this for a very long time.
Is that my zip line?
The ingredient to success is.
Ingredient to success is patience and hard work and getting your mental state into the right place to be open and ready to manifest anything your heart desires.
That's definitely, so in this sense, if you had to give, you know, we talk about Emma wanting to dabble into the movie business. If you, Carolyne, had to give your character, Emma Shorty, some advice about being a child star, what would you tell her about navigating and just kind of keeping your sanity and obviously your humility through the process?
I mean, just keep a good head on your shoulders because all these crazy LA stars are getting into all these crazy things. So it's just keep a good head on your shoulders and listen to your parents. Listen to my mom. I listen to my mom all the time. Maybe not listen to your dad because he'll probably kill someone if you know what I mean. But
I love that you bring up your dad because we have that picture of you and look how wonderful you are. You've been doing, I caught a stand-up comedy show of you where you're talking about how you're not going to make fun of your mom, Sally, but you'll make fun of your dad. So it's like,
my dad is a trip. He is so funny.
Oh man, that's sweet. I'm glad that you have a great team around you. And you also have this presence of just living life to the fullest. You bring up your zipline picture, which we have right here.
Oh my God.
You're clearly not afraid of
all the research.
I mean, you know, we
love
tried.
it.
I mean, we're very excited to have you on here. So you're clearly not afraid of much. I don't know that I would do that. So what are you afraid of? Like, what's
We'll do it together.
Are you gonna talk me through it?
Yes, I am. We're going.
Okay,
and
all right,
it's
guys.
happening.
We've promised it. We'll have a segment for you.
New video coming up.
Yes, next season. Okay, we're speaking it in. We're speing it in. Once next season,
Talk
we'll
to
have
the
a little.
producers about it. Yeah, it'll happen.
No, I mean like next season when we have the after show, we'll definitely have a snippet of us doing the zip lining, right?
Yeah.
Because we're hoping that there'll be a season 3 for sure. There has to be.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So, you know, you and Ray Romano, just not too long ago, we showed a clip of Chris O'Dowd doing a Ray Romano impersonation, and we asked your Royal Rebels to do the same thing. Could you maybe give us your best Ray Romano?
Oh my gosh! What do I?
And I know you're a big fan of his. You love Everybody Loves Raymond when you were 11. So I know you've been watching him for a very long time.
Mad at me.
Oh no! I don't want to get the pressure on. Please don't get mad. Blame it on me.
What line can I say? Oh, the new one. That's what do you? Hi, I'm here to go to prison. Hi. I'm here to go to prison.
That was such a good one because it was like he literally was checking in for a vacation. Hi, I'm here to go to prison.
And he does a lot of like the.
It is what it is. So you've been doing so many great things. What's next for you? But you've gotten an opportunity to work with one of your favorite childhood stars. Are there any more that you kind of want to throw out there right now that you might want to work with in the near future?
Let's throw things out.
Say it out.
Jennifer Lawrence, 1000%. Not only I love her personality, but she's from my hometown.
Oh, yes.
I saw her in a Fresh Market one time.
Maybe you guys can sing
Feeling
together.
pretty good about myself.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I like it. I like it. I like it. Who else?
Oh my gosh. Who else? Meryl Streep, 100%. I adore her and everything she stands for.
She is amazing. She's joining the cast of Big Little Lies. Okay.
Yes.
So all great things, all great things. So we're going to go ahead and cut into our news and gossip.
Okay.
TV news.
Okay, so I told you we're going to be playing a little game for you guys today. And the game is going to be Who Said It? I'm going to... Okay, if you guys are listening to us on iTunes, the look on this lovely lady's face, you need to be booked for a horror film. Okay, I'm saying it now. Like, we need to cast her. Let's make it happen. This can sell a poster, okay? Your eyes just got so big. I promise it's not going to be scary. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun for me and the viewers.
Pray for me.
Okay, so I'm just going to read a little quote, and you're going to tell me which one of your cast members or which character from the show said it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And you can't look. Yeah, you can't look to see what's okay. No, you yeah, okay. Fine. I'm just gonna go into the question. Okay. I can't let everything I've done to achieve where I am fall. Who said it? April or Miles?
April.
And press play. Let's see.
News.
I can't let everything I've done to achieve.
Well,
where
Meg
I
Stevenson
am.
said it for sure.
Yes,
Because-
Megan.
Yay! Okay. Good job. High five. Yeah. Next one. In another week, you're gonna have a big film. Who said it? Miles or Rick? You can't look.
Rick.
Oh, good job. Wait, really? Yeah. Look at you. You know your show.
Oh yeah.
No, this is the one. This is the wrong, but I promise you it was him. Yes. Cut to, it's a 30-second mark. It's a 30,
We're finding it.
We'll circle it back to it. Let's go ahead and this. Okay, I think we're gonna go into it. Let's go into the third one. This is where we are. Perfect. Okay. This is my protection that I'm wearing into the battlefield. Who said it? Yago or Amara?
Oh, Yago.
Oh,
I don't know. It's Amara.
My protection that I'm wearing into the battlefield.
So
she's
cute.
so wonderful.
Oh my God.
Well, thank you for being a good sport and playing this game with us.
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3, you know, and you're just wonderful. So we'll just go ahead and call you the winner because we've never played this game before, and you're the MVP. So yay, good for
in
you.
everything.
Yeah, you're amazing. So let's go into our special segment.
Okay.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Doesn't this song make you want to like
Oh yeah.
a little, you know, get
Slow motion.
get your miles on, tap into your miles moment.
Slow motion walking.
Yeah. Pop your collar. Okay, we're going down a rabbit hole.
Yep, we are.
All right, AfterBuzzers, let's go ahead and go into the special segment. You know, every week we talk about American Gangster, and today we're going to be talking about James Whitey Bulger. He was an Irish-American mobster from Boston. He ran the gang, the Winter Hill Gang, and it was actually a very serious thing. Yeah. According to the FBI, he was indicted initially for 19 murders. According to the FBI, Whitey Bulger served as a confidential informant. He did a Miles. He pulled a Miles. Yeah, beginning in 1975, but he did not admit it. Till this day, he will not admit it, even though it's like FBI records. Yeah. But I think he wants to keep his like street cred. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to be a rat, you know, a real Lewis thing to do. And Whitey, his brother was actually the senator of Massachusetts, William Bulger, for a very long time. So it got all crazy back in 1997. There was a big scandal in terms of the law enforcement and some local law enforcement. So everybody got riled up and picked up, but Bulger was able to escape. In 1994, he fled Boston. And he was actually, for 12 years, he was on the FBI most wanted list, he was number 2, right under Osama bin Laden. So he was a guy that people really wanted. So I told you he fled in 1994, and guess when he was actually picked up?
When?
2011.
He is good at hiding.
He is good at hiding. He was 81 years old at that time, and guess where he was? He was in California, Santa Monica. He was in our neighborhood, rolling around. He left rolling around. He was like, Boston PD can't catch me now. So that was.
Is that him?
That is him. So it's kind of interesting that he, was an informant. He won't admit it, but I mean that's kind of what we have going on now with Rick. He's an informant who is going to prison to act like he's not an informant. So you see a lot of the things going on the show, mirroring real life. So that's another thing that we love about it. But we're gonna go into predictions.
I love that.
This is like the perfect song for Halloween, right? Predictions. Alrighty. I mean, you have the inside scoop, so I mean, feel free to drop some spoilers. Okay, so what can we expect from this finale? It was really a moment to see everything come back with Miles and Shorty actually mirroring the Wilderness cast, and it kind of brought it back to why this means so much to Miles. And we also saw something that I haven't touched on this episode, which is Jeannie meeting Shorty for the first time. And she actually, Shorty took it like she always does, like a mature adult. And we're so proud of her. So I want you to kind of give me a prediction around those two things, and then just anything we might need to know for season 3.
Oh my goodness. Okay. What kind of predictions do you want? Just
So I'll go first. My prediction is that Miles isn't actually going to be in jail for too long. I think that with everything that we just saw ending at the end of the episode with Yago being attacked, there might be some kind of reason for them to argue it's a penalty or a technicality, because the whole reason he is in jail right now is because Lawrence has it out for him. So my prediction would be that he won't be in jail for too long. And the second he comes out of jail, Jeannie all of a sudden wants to divorce her husband again. So that would be something that I see coming.
It's an on and off again relationship.
It just came on. Can it just stay on for at least 2 episodes
I
before it goes off?
I love them.
Girl, we just met you in episode 8 and you're off again.
She's amazing.
No, just kidding. She is amazing. She brings such a vibrant necessity to the cast. And I feel like because Katie, I love Katie. I love that character. And I love Lucy Walters, who plays your mom.
Oh my gosh,
but I think that relationship is very much the old Miles. So it's good to see Jeannie with the new him, you know, after he's done some self-work.
Yeah, I agree. I love the new Miles and Ginny relationship. Don't say I love the new Miles per se in the prison and everything, but I love that relationship. And yes, I think that Katie was a past thing. I think she will still be in some of the episodes spiraling around because, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, predictions.
But but your mom is really, she did surprise me, because when she went out to in front of the judge, she actually pulled back and was able to kind of keep that loyalty, which kind of played out the way life does, right? Everything ends up the way it's supposed to because you ended up back with her.
Everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason. So where do you see your character going? Predictions.
Okay, so I have a crazy prediction.
I want to hear it.
Okay, so you said that Miles isn't going to stay in jail for 2 years. I have a feeling that, like, Shorty's going to bust him out somehow, and it's going to be this whole, like, thing happening. Don't quote me on that, because I know nothing.
I love it. Prison break. Are we taking notes?
A whole thing. Amara, since she like fled, she's gonna come back with me, and we're gonna do it together. We're gonna get some Ginny with like I see a whole like slow motion walk.
I like it. Are we gonna play like, you know, a little Live Fast, like a little bad girl, like background music? Okay. So do you think this is like episode 10 next episode, or is this like season 3?
I wish. No, it would have to be season 3.
You see, I'm just trying. I'm trying to just, you know, pull something.
I'm saying nothing.
Okay,
no.
Bye. So what can we expect for you moving forward, and where can your fans kind of follow up with you?
Wow. Moving forward, if season 3 does pick up,
it will.
On Get Shorty. Yes. Cross your fingers. Yes. Put it out there. I would love to get into the singer-songwriting business. I would love doing that, because music has been such a huge part of my life. Like, when I'm happy, I listen to music. When I'm sad, I listen to music. It's just, it makes my life complete, I guess. So I really love to share how I feel about music to the world. So I would love doing that. As I said, films. I really want to get into some films and be in kind of that area. As that proceeds, I would love to get into the writing business and the directing business. And
there's definitely space for you to grow. You started so young, and you're so wonderful, such a beautiful aura and presence. So the sky is the limit for you.
Yes.
Your future,
I am going.
Yeah, you're shining bright like a diamond. All right, guys.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Shine bright like a diamond. Okay, guys, this has been our show. I'm Thelma Mbaezue-Daniel, and I'm always here with you guys. Next episode will be season finale. Guys, thank you for being here with us. Caroline, thank you so much for being here with us. And we will see you later. Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.